If you're a fan of science fiction films, radioactivity wouldn't sound new to you as these narratives exploit radioactivity, science, and nuclear issues. But if you have little knowledge on this subject, or you're not really a fan, these facts about radioactivity may change your mind. 10 facts about radioactivity. Number 10. Radioactivity is of 3 types. If you're familiar with radioactivity, you would know that there are 3 different types: alpha decay, beta decay, and gamma decay. While alpha decay is caused when too many protons are in a nucleus, beta decay is caused when there are too many neutrons in a nucleus. In the case of alpha decay, the element will emit radiation in the form of positively charged particles. These charged particles are called alpha particles, while in beta decay, the elements will emit radiation in the form of negatively charged particles called beta particles. Doesn't this remind you of particle accelerators? The gamma decay, on the other hand, is, well, quite different from these two. It occurs when there is too much energy in the nucleus. In this case, gamma particles with no overall charge are emitted from the element. Number 9. It is invisible to human eyes. One fact about radioactivity is its invisible nature. The disintegration of atoms makes them small and invisible. These particles are hardly detectable by human senses. We can neither see nor feel the presence of the radiation. What's more is that radioactivity is detected in amounts so small that it has no perceptive effects on the cell it is present in. However, with instruments like Geiger counters, you can detect the atoms. Radioactivity is detected and also measured in the minutest quantities with radiation measuring instruments. So, radioactivity is definitely invisible to human eyes. Next on the list is number 8. Radioactivity can be dangerous. Radioactivity can pose a threat to your health. When radioactivity materials interact with human body tissues, it can lead to major damage to the body's internal chemistry. In fact, exposure to high-level radiations can cause acute health effects in humans such as skin burn and radiation syndrome. It can kill cells directly or cause mutations in DNA. When these mutations are not repaired, they can become cancerous, resulting in health issues like cancer and cardiovascular diseases. It also damages essential molecules inside the body. It is indeed dangerous. What radioactivity does break down the chemical bond between molecules and atoms that make up tissues and cells in the body. Number 7. Radioactivity is measured using Curie. Using Curie is a sure way to measure radioactivity. This unit is used to measure the atomic nuclei of radioactive materials. The Curie measures how many atoms spontaneously decay each second. What makes this interesting is that the radioactivity measurement unit Curie was named after Marie and Pierre Curie, the couple that discovered the element radium in 1898. The value of Curie refers to the amount of ionizing radiation released when an element emits energy spontaneously as a result of radioactive decay. In clearer terms, a Curie is the quantity of any radionuclide that decays at the rate of 37 billion disintegrations per second. Number 6. Radioactivity is beneficial. Though the effect of radioactivities in humans is destructive, it is also beneficial, especially for medical tests and treatments. Radiation is not only used to find tumors within the body, it can also destroy them or slow down their growth process. Through radioactivity, we can study matter, plants, and animals to better understand the universe better. What's more interesting is that these radioactive elements have been used to make products like your cosmetics, glow-in-the-dark watches and toys, chocolates, health tonics, and soaking mud for the skin. In the early 1920s, the United States Radium Corporation used radioactive elements to create glow-in-the-dark watches popular among soldiers during World War I. It is also used to create electrical energy that powers nuclear reactor plants all over the world. Amazing, right? Number 5. Radioactive elements can decay into other elements. Another amazing fact about the nature of radioactivity is that it can decay into other elements. Most often, when isotopes decay, they lose some atomic particles they possess and turn from one element to another. These isotopes can even decay from one unstable isotope to another unstable isotope. Take, for instance, the uranium-238. When it decays, it transforms through a number of elements including thorium, francium, radium, radon, polonium, and bismuth, and then ends up with a stable isotope as the lead element. Next fact is number 4. Radioactivity is used in medicine, communication, and science. One fascinating fact about radioactivity is its vast use by different works of life, such as medicine, communication, and science. Did you know that all modern communication systems use some form of electromagnetic radiation? Elements like gamma rays, sonification have been used by musicians to produce sound and music. Through radioactivity, the human voice can be sent as a radio wave. In medicine, radioactive substances and radiation are used for diagnosis, research, and treatments. X-rays are used by doctors to identify broken bones and even locate cancer. In science, researchers use radioactivity to determine the age of materials that are part of living organisms through the process of carbon dating. Number 3. Some species of radioactivity occur naturally on Earth. Radioactivity has existed all along. It is part of our Earth, and we always have been exposed to these natural radiations arising from the Earth and outside the Earth. Some species of radioactivity occur naturally. In fact, some of these radioactive elements are present on the floors and walls of our homes, in our schools, offices, and as little as the food we eat and what we drink. They exist in the air we breathe as well. Even our bodies, muscles, and bones contain these naturally occurring radioactive elements. Some of these radioactives that occur naturally on Earth include uranium, radium, radon, and polonium. Number 2. Radon was the first radioactive isotope linked to cancer in humans. Did you know that radon was the first radioactive isotope linked to cancer in humans? Well, it's a fact, and as of 1913, radon was first proposed as the cause of lung cancer among German miners. Though this study was interrupted by World War I, it was accepted in 1944 after a thorough review of 57 studies were published. This element is responsible for about 21,000 lung cancer deaths every year. It is the number 1 cause of lung cancer among non-smokers and the second leading cause of lung cancer among people. Exposure to this radioactive element is dangerous and not advisable. Number 1. Radioactivity was discovered by A.H. Becquerel in 1986. The scientist A.H. Becquerel discovered radioactivity in 1896, and this scientist was intrigued by Röntgen's discovery of X-rays that he often wondered if any materials in his collection could emit it. Trying out a series of experiments, Becquerel was able to discover that one of the experiments could expose films. This element was the uranium sulfate. Before the discovery, he had sprinkled flakes of different fluorescent materials on a photogenic film covered in black paper. In his bid to understand fluorescence, Becquerel discovered radioactivity. You should know that both Becquerel's father and grandfather were chairs in the Department of Physics and conducted experiments on fluorescence and phosphorescence. Well, they were definitely passionate about this discovery. A fun fact, the standard unit for measuring radioactivity is named after Becquerel in his honor. He was also awarded a Nobel Prize in Physics in 1903. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and share your video with your friends. Click on the subscribe button for more thrilling videos, and we'll see you next time.